You walk into a boardroom, your slides are ready, your data is solid, and then you open your mouth and say, "This is a good opportunity. We had a big increase. Our team worked hard." And just like that, you lost the room. Not because your ideas were weak, but because your words were. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to replace those dead, forgettable adjectives with powerful, professional alternatives, the kind that make people lean forward, take notes, and remember your name. Welcome back to English Planet, where we teach you the English that actually gets you promoted, respected, and heard. I'm Luna, and in this episode, we're doing an English vocabulary surgery, cutting out the weak words and replacing them with language that commands authority. We're going to cover 5 of the most overused adjectives in professional English, and I'll give you 3 premium alternatives for each one. Stay until the end, because we'll do a live boardroom scenario where you can hear all of these words in action. Let's go.
Let's start with the most dangerous word in business English, good. This is a good strategy. We had a good quarter. That's a good idea. Good tells people nothing. It's the white bread of vocabulary, tasteless, forgettable, and everywhere. Here are your 3 upgrades. Robust. Use this when something is strong, reliable, and well built. This is a robust strategy that can withstand market volatility. Compelling. Use this when something is persuasive, exciting, or hard to ignore. We have a compelling case for expanding into Southeast Asia. Sound. Use this for logic, decisions, or foundations that are solid and trustworthy. That's a sound approach given our current budget constraints. Notice how each word adds meaning, not just decoration. That's the difference between fluency and mastery.
Next up, big. We made a big decision. This is a big opportunity. There was a big increase in sales. Big is a word you learned at age 5. Your boardroom audience expects better. Here are your 3 upgrades. Significant, for numbers, changes, or decisions that carry real weight. We observed a significant 34% increase in customer retention last quarter. Pivotal, for moments or decisions that change the direction of something. This is a pivotal opportunity that could redefine our market position. Substantial, for size, amounts, or impact that is large in a measurable way. We've made a substantial investment in R&D over the past 18 months. Substantial and significant are not interchangeable. Substantial is about size, significant is about importance. Knowing that difference, that's what makes you sound like a native professional. Now, hard and difficult. This was a hard year. The situation is very difficult. It's hard to predict the outcome. These words aren't wrong, they're just plain. And in professional settings, how you frame a challenge changes how people perceive your leadership. Your 3 upgrades. Challenging, acknowledges difficulty while keeping a forward-looking tone. We navigated an exceptionally challenging economic climate this fiscal year. Complex, for situations with many moving parts, not just difficulty. The regulatory landscape is increasingly complex, requiring a multi-layered response. Demanding, for situations that require high effort, focus, or resources. This is a demanding project, but our team has the expertise to deliver. See what happened there? Demanding doesn't sound defeated, it sounds capable. Language shapes perception, always. This is important. If I had $1 for every time I heard this in a presentation, I'd have a very substantial income. See what I did there? Here are 3 words that make important actually feel important. Critical, for things that are essential and time-sensitive. It is critical that we address the supply chain disruption before Q3 begins. Imperative, for things that must happen, no negotiation, no delay. It is imperative that all department heads align on this by Friday's board meeting. Paramount, for the single highest priority above all others. Client trust is paramount. Every decision we make must reflect that commitment. Paramount is a powerful word, but use it sparingly. The more you use it, the less impact it has. Reserve it for your most important point. Last vocabulary upgrade, and this one is more about framing than just synonyms. We have a big problem. These 4 words can destroy confidence in a room. Even when a problem is real, how you name it changes how people feel about it and about you. Here are 3 strategic alternatives. Challenge. Reframes a problem as something to overcome, not surrender to. We're facing a supply chain challenge that requires an immediate cross-functional response. Bottleneck. Specific and analytical, shows you've diagnosed the issue. The bottleneck is in our approval process. It's adding an average of 11 days to every client delivery. Friction point, used in strategy and product language, signals sophistication. We've identified a key friction point in the customer onboarding journey. Notice, all 3 of these signal awareness and control. That's what leadership sounds like. Now, let's put it all together. Imagine you're presenting to senior leadership at a global company. I'm going to show you the before, using weak adjectives, and the after, using everything we just learned. Last year was hard for our team. We had a big drop in sales and a good number of clients left. It's important that we fix this. The problem is our pricing, and we need a good plan to deal with it. Technically correct, but completely unmemorable. Now listen to the same message transformed. Last year presented a significant challenge for our team. We experienced a substantial decline in revenue, and a notable segment of our client base discontinued their contracts. It is critical that we address this now. The bottleneck appears to be our pricing model, and I'm proposing a robust, data-driven strategy to course-correct before Q2. Same facts, completely different impression. The second version sounds like someone who understands the problem, owns the situation, and has a plan. That's what vocabulary does. It signals intelligence, preparation, and authority. Let's do a quick review. Repeat after me, out loud. This is how you lock it into memory. Instead of good, say robust, compelling, sound. Instead of big, say significant, pivotal, substantial. Instead of hard, say challenging, complex, demanding. Instead of important, say critical, imperative, paramount. Instead of problem, say challenge, bottleneck, friction point. Write these down, put them on a sticky note, use one of them in your next work email today, and notice how differently people respond. Here's the truth about professional English. Native speakers aren't judging your grammar, they're judging your precision. They're asking, does this person choose words carefully? Do they think before they speak? When you upgrade your adjectives, you're not just sounding smarter, you're signaling that you are someone who pays attention to detail. And that is exactly the kind of person who gets trusted with bigger responsibilities. So, which word are you replacing first? Drop it in the comments. I want to see you use it in a sentence. If this helped you, give this video a thumbs up. It genuinely helps this channel reach more learners like you. Subscribe to English Planet for real-world English that takes you from fluent to formidable. I'll see you in the next one.